So what's going on, guys? Miles back with another video. In today's video, we need to talk about these weirdos in society and how society creates them and how this impacts men, how we are perceived, our mission, our goals, etc. So the two incidents that I'm talking about are Destiny, who is a famous YouTuber who got some allegations from some women that he's been abusive and doing all kinds of stuff to these women. And then there's an NFL player, NFL kicker, whose name is Justin Tucker, who's being accused of doing inappropriate things with these massage therapists, right? So some of these, I know what you guys are going to say in the comments. Some of these, these women are money grabbing. And yeah, some of that is true. It is a lot of women that are money. That's the problem that we have in society. We have women that are using it, a lot of women that are using it for money grabs. But guys, there is a percentage of women that are actually getting abused. Actually, this stuff is really happening. And if it's multiple women coming out and saying the exact same things, giving detailed receipts and dates and details on what he did at the massage, and they all have their own different story, but it's similar in a way, yeah, these guys are guilty. They're guilty. We've kind of gotten to a space now to where women are always wrong, and it's not always true, right, guys? You have to find the reality. You have to find the truth. You have to filter through the lies, right? So what this proves is we keep proving the matriarchy right. We keep proving that the matriarchy, everything they say about men, we're, sex crazed, we're deviants, sexual deviants, and always trying to do something to a woman. This actually gives them more credibility the more, we prop up. And when I say we, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about you guys that prop up these people that aren't qualified to represent the mission or represent your mission on how to change society, on how to change the matriarchal laws and things that we are having right now. So if we keep championing these men that aren't qualified, that keep having these allegations, and granted, some of these allegations are false, but there's a tremendous amount of consequences, guys, if we put up the wrong person and it happens to be true that all his sexual deviancy is true. That just makes the whole space, that makes the whole movement, that makes the whole thing discreditable. It discredits all of it, which brings you back to square one. So what I'm noticing with men today is men don't know who to follow, because we keep putting the wrong people in these positions. And these guys that are trying to gain a following the fast way, they're just trying to say the biggest confirmation bias that they can, that relates to you, to get them to follow and pay attention, right? Because a lot of the things that they say is illogical. Let's just be real. But men can't tell good leadership from bad leadership. And if that's the case, you're gonna always have a movement that falls apart. You're gonna always have something that is discredited, right? Now, it is interesting that all your heroes have a flaw, right? It just goes with what humankind is. But you can't keep propping up the wrong people, guys. Next, when it pertains to this Justin Tucker situation, because him, Deshaun Watson, I've been accused of doing the same things. I mean, these guys have been exposing themselves to the massage therapists. These guys have been leaving semen and stuff, around. It's some crazy stuff that these men do. You would think that an NFL player, especially a quarterback like Deshaun Watson, or like the best kicker, the most accurate kicker in NFL history, and Justin Tucker, you think that these guys wouldn't have the problem have a problem gaining women. I mean, these guys are both in shape, highly successful at what they do. You figure they wouldn't have to stoop that low to do that, to get women. But I guess this is what the entitlement on the male side is. Whenever you get this extreme amount of wealth, or you get this extreme amount of riches and status and stuff, you think you can just grab a woman's titty and it'll be okay. Right? You just think she's just automatically supposed to bow down to you because you're this big hoo-ha whatever. And it's getting a lot of men in trouble. So what I've noticed about society today, and what I've noticed about society recently, in the past few years and currently, we produce a lot of weirdos. We produce a lot of weirdos, normally through this rainbow ideology being produced in schools and being pushed all over the internet, being pushed all over the movies and music and all that stuff. But the other thing that guys don't want to talk about is we see a lot of this because of a lot of people are hooked on adult content. That's right, adult content. Then you mix in the LG, you know, the alphabet letter people, rainbow alphabet letter people. You mix that in, guys. You got a concoction to produce a lot of weirdos in society. That's just what it is, right? They're saying it's okay to, you know, do this and that, and then you keep seeing the same images over and over again, so you think it's okay to do that stuff. And then you get these little micro actions and microaggressions to do this kind of behavior, and slowly that behavior becomes acceptable and all this stuff. I mean, guys, look at Savage Life in the prison system, in the Chicago Cook County prison system. Look at the Savage Life thing when Rico Reckless was talking about that. It's been slowly propagated into every part of society. It's in prison systems, it's in the business world. You can't get away from it. I was watching the Squid Game season 2, and guess what? They just happily had to force a LGBTQ person in there. They just had to. It didn't make any sense. They just had to do it, right? So the adult content, it makes you socially awkward because, okay, you're sitting, you know, you're not putting yourself out there and doing what it takes to get a woman. So you're losing confidence because, you know, after you beat your meat, now you realize, damn, I just beat my meat to a screen. I didn't have an actual woman there, and your body knows the difference, right? Then you lose confidence. Then you become socially awkward because you get nervous and all this stuff because you don't know how to talk to women because you haven't been talking to women in a long time, right? Then you're not satisfied with what the normal sex is, right? Now you guys need this and that just to get off, right? What adult rated content is and what the reality of what sex is completely different. And so you guys need all these different kind of stimulations, and that's what, you know, produces all that, like the Kevin Gates and all that stuff. Put your finger in the Duke shooter. Like this is where all this weirdo stuff comes from, right? And some of it comes from bad experiences in your childhood, being touched on and all this kind of stuff. So there's a lot of stuff going on in society that it is producing a lot of weirdos, and some of it is bad and it needs to be stopped. A lot of it is bad, it needs to be stopped. So you can't get away from this. This is everywhere. It's everywhere, and we're wondering why the people and the humans in society are weirdos. It's because we push it through everywhere, right? A lot of you guys, you take monk mode and you take all this kind of stuff too seriously. This is what I mean. Monk mode, minimalism, all that stuff is just meant for you to do for a 3 to 6 month, maybe a year period at the longest. Guys, your anatomy is a muscle, and if you don't use your muscle, you're going to lose your muscle. So you need to find a woman. You know, if you have a woman that you can continually have sex with It's going to make you more healthy. It's going to reduce your stress. It's going to you're going to have confidence because you actually pulled a woman that is attracted to you. You put the work in to attract that woman, finances, body, social skills, all that, personality, all that, right? Because if you just avoid sex all day, you're going to atrophy down there, and then you're going to be a weirdo because you're not having sex, and now you're looking at, this is why some of these religious people, they get to being weirdos because in their doctrine it says, hey, you can't have sex after you become a certain position, and now they're looking at little kids and trying to get that urge off and whatever they think they can. And it's just like, bro, if you just had a wife, if you just had a girlfriend, if you just had some sneaky links, whatever you guys want to call it, every guy's different, but whatever you guys want to call it, if you guys just would have had that, you wouldn't be weird. You that would cut out your urge to be weird. So we got to get back to reality. And to be truthfully honest, guys, we don't need a lot of people addicted to adult content to make you a weirdo. And then that rainbow ideology is just going to kill the human race, right? If everybody thought like that, the humans would go extinct, because you can't reproduce naturally that way. So, humans are herd animals. You tell the masses what to do, and they just tend to follow it, and it's extremely sad and extremely stupid. But it is what it is, guys. Hopefully this video gave you guys some insight. Hopefully this video gave you guys a better understanding of reality. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video if you like the video. And I will see you guys in the next one, man. Hit the bell for all notifications. I just did a live stream yesterday. You guys go check that out. Talking about Lil Yachty. And he dropped 100K on a woman. Completely stupid. But I go check that out. See you guys in the next one, man. Peace.